nemesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a fire rider. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never pose. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
The last segment we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is our prediction for the upcoming fight between Devin the Dream Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. We're starting off with Ned the TBE. Who you got?
Yo, I like this fight. This is probably gonna be the fight of the year, but it's gonna go unnoticed because there was no promotion. But G, fix your face.
Nah, man, you gotta fix your intellect, yo. Yo, answer the questions, man. Like, come on.
No, you not let me. You just putting your face in your face and not let me talk. Like, come on, now, fix your face, man. Like, come on, like we on screen right now.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My apologies.
Devin is a great fighter. He's undisputed champion right now. He's the defined undisputed champion. He's not the pride champion. He's not the email champion. He's none of that. He's the defined champion in the division right now. And Vasily wants his belts back. And I think this is going to be the determined factor where Vasily shows, like, I want my belts back. And I am king. Like, you know, and Vasily, he's no slouch. Like, G-Man want to play it down like, you know, he's Ukrainian water or something like that, Ukrainian dirt. Like, how G talk about him. But Vasily is going to come through. I feel like Vasily and Devin, it's going to be like a slow start, and then they're going to get into it. And that's where Vasily's going to show you my I'm trying to get a word for these parts. My bongos hang lower than yours, and you know, and that's where he wins. I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of parts.
Is that even a good thing? I don't.
It's not a good thing. It's not a great thing, but you get what I'm saying. I just feel Vasily's gonna like you're good, but you're not good now, and then that's where he's gonna beat him. And my thing with Devin is he always tries to get in an exchange with fighters he shouldn't be exchanging with. Keep your distance, tag him, win the fight. It's the science, smart science, yo. You know, tag, hit, don't get hit. I feel Devin is going to want to get hit, and he's gonna catch something he ain't expect. And Loma still got it in him to give him that, and that's all I'm saying. Loma, by not me, it's not going to decision. If decision is Devin, but knockout by Loma. That's it.
Gee.
Yeah, man. You know me, man. This is Ukrainian soup. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like if anything, Lomachenko will probably win 3 rounds, but the majority of rounds are gonna go to Devin Haney. Again, Devin is just bigger, faster. You know, Vasily, yeah, he's a great inside fighter. You know, he's good with his dirty boxing tricks, but I just don't see how small he is that it's gonna really do much against a Devin Haney. So, and I don't want to make it sound like, you know, Loma's like some like hopeless guy, but I'm be honest, I just don't see. I haven't seen Vasily fight a caliber of Haney, but I've also haven't seen Haney fight to the caliber of Loma. So I have to just compare this to based upon the skill sets that they have, you know, and as smart in the ring as Lomachenko is, so is Haney. Now, Ned did bring up a point. Now it was like, you know, Haney has a tendency to do exchanges with fighters. He didn't do exchanges with Kambosos. You know what I mean? Like, he played a sound fight with both in part 1 and part 2 when he went to Australia. So I know he could do the very same thing against Vasily Lomachenko. And Lomachenko understands the assignment. He understands how difficult this fight will be. And if Lomachenko in the past We've always seen Loma. He's a slow starter. He's processing. That I wouldn't recommend Lomachenko to do it, but if past fights show this is what he is, that's just what he is. He's a creature of habit. Those rounds are going to be easily Devin's rounds. All you need is to have 7 rounds in the bag and you win the fight. I don't think Devin's going to knock out Vasily, but it'll be nice if he could do it. All he has to do is get 7 rounds, just like how Teofimo did it against Vasily. All you need is 7 against Vasily and you win. So my money is on Devin Haney by decision.
I'll admit this is a tough fight. I see paths to victory for both fighters. I think when it comes to Vasily Lomachenko, I think his path to victory is Devin Haney. One is big for the division, so he drains himself to make weight. And if you look at Devin, when he hit the scales last time, he went viral for how drained he actually looked. It was like you could just look and see that Devin was physically drained. And I think that results in Devin not having as much energy the second half of the fight as he does in the first half of the fight. Vasily Lomachenko does little things that people don't recognize, which requires a fighter to up their pace. And by up their pace, I mean he makes them work harder every round than they would like to with his movement, switching angles. I remember in the fight with Jermaine Ortiz, what took Jermaine Ortiz out was every time Vasily would change angles, he would change angles. And Vasily kept changing angles, so he kept having to change angles. And over time, that became tiresome. So it got to the point when Vasily started changing angles, Ortiz wouldn't change anymore, or he was a step slow changing angles, and then Vasily would take advantage of him. So Vasily does little things like that where he forces a fighter to work harder and to up their output and to do certain things that make them, like I said, up their pace to the point where they tire faster than they normally would. So that's something that he does. The other thing I think Vasily Lomachenko is very good at is he's good at running fighters into shots. So he sets fighters up and he runs fighters into shots. But Devin Haney, who we've seen be wobbled and we've seen him hurt, but credit to him, he's always been able to hold on and recover. But if Vasily does run him into a devastating shot, will he be able to take it? Will he be able to recover? And a lot of people have questions about his chin. And I think those questions are valid, although he's been able to hold on and stay in the fight. If Vasily is able to run him into a few shots, will that hurt Devin, stop Devin, or possibly change the outcome of the fight? So those are some things on Vasily's side. On Devin's side, I think Devin is fresh. I think Devin is fast. I think Devin has the reach advantage. Devin has solid footwork. I don't think his footwork is as good as Vasily's, though. I mean, I feel like, to be honest with you, when I envision Devin and his athleticism, you would think his footwork would be a little bit better than it actually is. Like I feel like I see fighters who have better footwork than Devin. Not that his footwork is bad. It's just like you would think when you think of footwork, you think of Devin. That's not necessarily the case. Maybe he'll show that he does have better footwork than we think in this fight. Maybe he'll be forced to. That's something we'll have to see. But I think he has great ring IQ. He's very knowledgeable. He has good punch placement. And the other thing that I really like about Devin Haney, that I feel is he is motivated to be great. And I think that matters because I do think that when things get hard, I don't think he will fold. I think he will stay with it, and I think he will continue to press on where Nicholas Walters quit. So many people quit in the ring with Vasily Lomachenko. So I feel like if he does find himself in a situation where it's frustrating, he's not going to quit. He's going to keep going. So you got to think about Vasily Lomachenko. When you make someone quit and they still physically capable of fighting, that shows just how frustrated they are. So he's frustrating in a number of ways, but I think Devin wants to be great. Devin has the IQ. So I don't see Devin quitting. in the fight. What it all boils down to me is, and I stated this years ago, you can run and check the tapes. Back when Devin was originally asking for this fight, about 2 years ago, I think, and he was emailed the belt, I felt like if they fought then, Vasily would have won. But I said, if they fight like 2 years from now, I'm picking Devin. I think Devin has matured a lot. I think Devin's growing into his frame. I think Devin has more power than people give him credit for. I think Devin has a high boxing IQ. He has a lot of physical gifts, and he knows how to use them. I think that Devin at this stage in his career is battle tested. He's confident. He's going to Australia. He's won twice. He's unified and became undisputed. He brought all the belts together. He sees this as his chance to fight Vasily Lomachenko and get his respect. Because what people are going to say, but what we know, because we talked about it on this show, was Vasily Lomachenko was still on the pound-for-pound list over Devin Haney, even after Devin went to Australia and won all the belts. People still put Vasily. It wasn't until weeks later in public outcry that they took Vasily off the list and put Devin on the list. Still not rated as high as Vasily. So in Devin's mind, I do believe he has this chip where it's, I got to prove to those people, the old media, the people who love Vasily, that I'm better than him. And this is his chance to do it. We shall see. But I'm picking Devin the Dream Haney to win a convincing decision. I just think that he's come into who he is as a fighter. And I don't think Vasily's washed up. I don't want to hear Vasily's washed up. He looked good against Richard Comey, dominated Richard Comey, dominated Nakatani. He had a rough beginning with Jermaine Ortiz, but Jermaine Ortiz is a good boxer, beat Jamel Herring, dominated him. Jermaine Ortiz is a great fighter.
And him were sparring partners too.
You said what?
They were sparring partners, so that's why he did so good against Lomachenko.
Yeah, he has he knew like the angles and stuff like that. And Vasily also, like I said, he worked Jermaine Ortiz with those angles, gassed him out, and then he took him out. So again, Vasily Lomachenko is not washed up. He's not old. I don't want any excuses. So what I don't want when we come back in here and we discuss that fight is, I don't want to hear that Vasily Lomachenko was old, Vasily Lomachenko was past his prime, and I don't want to hear that Devin was weight drained and that Devin lost because he should have moved up. The result is the result. What's up, TV?
All I want to know is, G, pay me my $500, yo. That's it. Pay me my $500.
Oh.
Well, first and foremost, this bet isn't for 500, but if you would like to make this bet for 500, we can do it. We can do it. I'm all set. I'm good. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, then. Yeah. Okay. So you watch your mouth. And the Irish boxing, bro, prepare my apology. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Prepare my apology, player. And that I'm expecting my money. Don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me have to be a bill collector.
Not playing ASAP. You know, as soon as I get it back sooner. So it is what it is.
I'll close by saying this. This is a very good fight. I mean, I wish the public would support it the way it deserves. The people, if you want to see two great fighters, then you need to pick this fight. I didn't want to hedge. I didn't want to be on the fence. Because like my man Ghostface said, you think I go both ways? You think I go both ways or something? Nah, I gotta go one way. I gotta pick one fighter. So I'm picking Devin Haney, but I know it's gonna be a great fight. Can't wait to see it. That's Ned the TBE. I'm Caden, and that's Conspira G. Trill Dollar Bill couldn't make it today, but he'll be back next week. We are the Boxing Bros.
G23.